We decided to partner with One Roof because they have an amazing community of female founders that they both support and encourage. We wanted to introduce our female founders to the One Roof female founders because we think they're both doing incredible things. The topic of the night was in fact fundraising, and we were joined by Kerri Sinclair and Kate Morris. So Kerri Lee is the CIO of the Kin Group, which is a really great family office, and Kate Morris, CEO and co-founder of Adore Beauty. We sort of were really interested in running a night on fundraising because we think that's something that we can really add our expertise to, and that's something that women founders sometimes have difficulty with.
It's very topical. It's a significant part of the journey of startups, and statistics say that in Australia less than 5% of VC funding goes to women-led businesses. So there aren't enough women accessing that kind of funding, and we want to change those numbers. And I think creating a space like that for us to have very honest, authentic conversations was really important. I think Kate and Kerri Lee were the perfect guest speakers. They brought incredible insight and wisdom to the room, their personal experiences and that of people they know having successes and failures, what works, what doesn't. Kate having the experience of having quite a large investor, corporate investor, and then Kerri Lee being an investor herself. It really set the tone for a very profound conversation. One of the greatest things about the Franklin dinners is that every single person who attends has been handpicked, and they're there because we know and they know that they're interested in the topic and it's something relevant to them. And so I think it set a really high standard and an incredible caliber of people in the room. At the end of the night, it was done and we were ready to go and nobody wanted to leave.
Yeah.
Incredibly powerful room of women. Advice that I took away from it was the importance of being really strategic in that investment process. So we spoke a lot about, not just going out there to every single investor and pitching to them straight away. It's really about thinking about why you want investment, what you want it for, is now the right time, what is your strategy, who do you want to talk to, why do you want them to be your investor. It's not just them, deciding whether they're going to invest in you. You've also got the power to decide whether they're the right investor for you.
The time that it really takes to fundraise and the sort of amount of your time or your capacity during that period that it takes. So, people are talking about how it took them a year to raise their round, and they had to do 100 meetings, and that meant 98 no's and 2 yeses, and that can be a really challenging thing to manage. Even then, once you've got that term sheet out there and your investors are doing their DD, it can be quite a long period of time between doing all the documents, signing them up, and then actually getting the cash in the door and being able to really grow your business.
And the reality is that you raise and then eventually you need to raise again. So
yes.
There was one woman at the table, I think, was on to her 3rd or 4th round. It's a long process. Ongoing process. And exactly as you said, the reality is that it often takes longer than you expect it to, depending on how much preparation, strategy and planning has gone into it. And it's a full-time job, and it absolutely takes you away from running your business. And that is a reality, and you've got to be prepared for that. So we had really interesting conversations around the support that you need and look for during the fundraising process, advisory boards, mentors. I thought it was so interesting that Kate said that she had a lawyer. Her lawyer was a significant part of the process for her. So her lawyer was going along to those meetings, was getting involved in the negotiations, and was an incredible support for her, which was clearly very important in the process.